Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen, and welcome back to Quest to Legend, the series where Papa Boris makes a bad deck and then plays with the bad deck and then hopes that you'll help him make a good deck. Now, you'll see here we're looking at a warrior list. I know I said in the first video I was going to try to take rogue to the top, but honestly that rogue deck was just bad. Just really, really bad. So, one helpful user gave me the suggestion of just playing with warriors. So, let's take a quick look at the list here. I've been playing it in the casual queue. It's been doing pretty well there, so hopefully we'll be able to climb a few ranks in the next couple of episodes. As always, if you have any suggestions for making it better, let me know. So here's the idea with the deck. The theme of this deck is being flexible. Sometimes we'll just curve out with some nice creatures like Amani Berserker and Frothing Berserker and maybe an Injured Blade Master or something. And we'll just, get the opponent down a decent amount of damage and then burn them out with their weapons like Arcanite Reaper, maybe do a little bit of Gyro Blasting, maybe just beat him to death with a Fiery War Axe. Other times, it'll be more of a controlled fight, and we'll be using our weapons to kill the enemy minions and then win with our mid to end game creatures like Chillwind Yeti, the Senjin, and the Spiteful Smith. And then sometimes we'll just go all the way to the face. So the point of the deck is that it doesn't have any set way it tries to win, it just tries to be flexible. And to that end, I've included a lot of like one-ofs of the warrior cards, like Inner Rage, Whirlwind, Battle Rage. I'm not really committed to using these cards. I just want to have a smattering of these like warrior spells to try to, take advantage of as many situations as I can. Now, the numbers probably need some work. There are probably some cards that need to go. I'm thinking the Panthers maybe aren't that smart to have in here. Maybe they should really be some kind of a 2-drop. This deck kind of lacks for things to do on turn 2. But anyway, that's enough chatter. Let's go ahead and watch the deck in action. As always, I'll be trying to evolve the deck on my own, but if you have suggestions for improving it, feel free to let me know. I've been really humbled lately. I've read there's been I swear to God, 3 Reddit posts in the last 2 days where it's someone's like, I was really good at Magic the Gathering, and then I played Hearthstone and got to Legend in 2.5 days without spending any money on the game. Asking me about how awesome I am, and then it has 700 upvotes, and I'm like, damn it, I wish I was that good, but I'm actually not that good. So anyway, we'll do our best here to move up from rank 19. Our first opponent is a priest. I feel like against a priest we have a pretty good chance. So this is likely where we're going to fight fair, just try to curve out and hope for the best. I'd rather be second here so I could play one of my 3 drops on turn 2, but honestly I'm just going to keep them both anyway, because this deck, if I have to play one of these on turn 4, that's just life. I don't want to mulligan one back and then get a warrior spell or something and then not have things to do in the 4th turn. So we have our 3rd and 4th and 5th turns well to go. I would like to get something to play on turn 2. The main opportunities would be the Amani Berserker. That's what I always want to see on turn 2. I could put a Fiery War Axe into my hand on turn 2. That's also fine. Or a Cruel Taskmaster. There have been games where I would play that on turn 2, though of course those guys I'd rather wait until a more opportune time until I play them. Yeah, if this had been a 2-drop, if this were a Fairy Dragon or something, this hand would be miles better, so perhaps I should just replace them. The reason this is in the deck in the first place is just, it's a good way to help close out the kill if you do decide to go for a burn to the face. Then the Jungle Panther can drop down, it's in stealth, can't be messed with except for global removal, and then it can deal the final damage. My opponent is not AFK, there he is, flip-flopping his cards. He just mulligans 1, so it looks like he's pretty happy with his hand. That's unfortunate. Yeah, my curve maybe needs some work. Maybe less 3-drops. I'm actually just going to change this after this game. I'm just going to make this a Fairy Dragon or a Knife Juggler or something. Just to, increase our odds of having plays on turn 2. Oh, this is sad. So can you imagine how good this would be if this were a Fairy Dragon here? That would be pretty spectacular. So with 2 Frothing Berserkers, I might just go ahead and play one on turn 3. Or if he plays something threatening that I want to trade with, I could play the Panther. If he plays a 3-2 of some kind here, I'd definitely play the Harvest Golem. It just kind of depends on what he wants to do. He's got nothing. Ah, Cruel Taskmaster. Well, what I'm going to do here is actually play the Panther. So what I'm doing here is gambling that I'll be able to deal with whatever his drop is and start growing the Frothing Berserker. Let's say he puts a creature down. I play Frothing Berserker next turn, trade the 2. He's a 4-4, and priests don't really do a good job killing 4-4s. It's almost impossible. Almost literally impossible for a priest to kill a 4-4. With 4 mana is super hard. He's pointing something. I think he has a Holy Smite. Otherwise, I don't know why he'd be pointing that at my Panther. He's gonna coin out. Oh, is it gonna be a Senjin or a Yeti? He's gotta say, why were you thinking about that for so long? That's such an obvious play. Holy crap. Well, anyway, Fiery War Axe, unfortunately, not super. I mean, basically, Cruel Taskmaster will let the Panther trade for the Senjin. But the Frothing Berserker, if I play it, I don't have enough mana for either the Cruel Taskmaster or the Fiery War Axe, and then this engine doesn't quite die. I don't really want to leave a Frothing Berserker around with this engine in play. That seems like you're just asking for trouble. Well, shit. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do this. Have them trade. We'll put a Fiery War Axe in the hand. I'm not going to swing at my opponent's face. We'll just leave it around. And then, you know, play a Spiteful Smith next turn. This is another creature that's very difficult for a priest to kill. Shadow Word Pain to kill that. Well, it's good to know that that's one less Shadow Word Pain that can kill a naked Frothing Berserker. Elven Archer! Oh my god. Who plays Elven Archer? Why would you play Elven Archer? I don't even understand why that would ever happen. Anyway, I'm not gonna have any compunction. I'm not gonna leave this around hoping it, you know, it lets my Spiteful Smith get enraged. We're just gonna go ahead and kill it. I mean, yes, I see that I have Rampage here. I could have tried to enrage it. I'm not gonna do that. We're just gonna kill the creatures. We're gonna fight fair here. Next turn, probably drop a couple of Frothing Berserkers. Or perhaps a Frothing Berserker, and if he lets me enrage my Spiteful Smith, I'll run in, turn it on with Rampage. And that'll be that. If I draw Inner Rage, or another Cruel Taskmaster, or maybe a Whirlwind, Whirlwind would be nice. I could play Frothing Berserker, Whirlwind, Rampage, attack, and then my thing would swing for 5 damage. Light Spawn. Okay. Ah, he's got a Power Word Shield. Shit. So I cannot... God damn it. This is annoying. This is annoying. Battle Rage. Okay. Well, I think what I'm going to do here is just this. I'm not going to mess with Rampage. I'm just going to go ahead and do this. When I actually hit this thing first, take 7 damage to the face, then that turns on both of my Frothing Berserkers, and then I'm going to just kill that Light Spawn before Divine Spirit or anything can happen. So, basically, I've got a pretty good board here. I paid 2 5/4s for 3 mana apiece. Frothing Berserker, man, such a good card. So, these would have been Flesh-Eating Ghouls in the Rogue deck, and these are just so much better. Not only did they grow bigger than the Ghoul would, but they have an extra point of health. Shadow Word Death will kill one. Oh, why is he... What? This is some kind of whack-ass deck. Oh, I see. He's going to go for the Inner Fire combo. I see. Okay. I guess you do what you need to do, man. Yeah. I see what you did there. That's cute. That's real cute. Shadow Word Death. Too bad I don't care. Well, there's 2 cards in this basket, which is fine by me. Let's just go ahead and, do I Battle Rage for 2 cards? Yeah, I think I will do that. No, that stops me from playing a Yeti. But I could still play a Golem. I think I'm gonna Rampage here. I really do want to play a Yeti. We're gonna kill this Shield Bearer. I mean, that's a cute combo and all, but... Doink! And really all I'm afraid of now is a Big Game Hunter. Lots of people do play those in Constructed. And Frothing Berserkers are so good that they actually kind of run into Big Game Hunter. But other than that, this is pretty good right here. He's already used 1 Shadow Word Death. Mind Control is many turns away. North Star Cleric, okay, I really couldn't care. Oh, he's got a Shadow Word Death. That's too bad. Oh, wait, no? Okay. No, he doesn't. I guess that wasn't that. Do you seriously have a Silence or something? Is that a Holy Smite? He's pointing it everywhere. Oh, yeah, the injured Master takes damage. That's kind of cute. It's kind of cool. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is the following. I'm going to go ahead and kill this North Star Cleric. Now, I could attack the Imp Master with the Frothing Berserker. That would let me draw an extra card with Battle Rage, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to pop Battle Rage here for 2 cards. Seems good. Oh my god. I could actually Cruel Taskmaster this. Make it 13. Is that worth it? No, I think I'd rather just Arcanite Reaper to kill off the Imp Master. Seems like a fine way to hedge my bets. And we're going to swing for 11 damage, you know, no big deal. Pass the turn. Now, I could have played Sen'jin. That would have protected the Frothing Berserker from this Imp. In case my opponent did, you know, Divine Spirits and whatnot. I have a feeling Holy Smite is incoming. Oh, it is. Yep, should have played Sen'jin. It's too bad that Holy Smite he was pointing before. Luckily, I still have a Chillwind Yeti, which is pretty good. Okay, that's cute. So he would have gotten to kill this anyway because it's 4 damage. So I guess the Sen'jin wouldn't have helped. Ha. All right, now let's take a look here. We have 9, 10. Oh, okay. I was gonna say there's 9 damage here, 10, 11. I probably would have just had to kill his stuff. On a win streak. Oh, that's cute. Alright, so you can see this deck, you know, it's not finely tuned yet. That's what I'm hoping you guys will help me with. But one thing I really want to do for sure is replace the Jungle Panthers with another, with like a 2-drop of some kind, because really the curve needs to be there. So Warriors have some 2-drops, but they're spells. So we're going to go ahead and look at the neutral cards. And you could, obviously you could say Bloodsail Raider, but I don't want to go for combos with the weapons. I'd rather just play something good. This could be good to buff things, but that doesn't really come up that often. I think I am just going to go for Fairy Dragon, just something that, you know, if my opponent has a slow start, he can't kill it super easily with removal. Obviously, Fairy Dragons are untargetable by spells. They could still be targeted, they can still be killed with like a claw or a weapon. And I cannot target my own Fairy Dragons with Rampage, but that seems very, very improbable. Like, watch it happen. Watch, like, the Fairy Dragon kills a recruit, and I wish I could put Rampage on it, and I can't. But you can target them with Cruel Taskmaster. So yeah, Frothing Berserker is a good card, is the moral of that story, and being able to play with it, I think, almost makes it worth it alone to go from Rogue into Warrior with this theme. Yup, okay, Scott. Nice name. Okay, I don't think I want to keep any of this stuff. Nope. Nope. Let's try to get our 2-drops here. If that had been a Fiery War Axe, I would have kept it. I count Fiery War Axe as kind of a 2-drop. Oh my god, it already pays off. I mean, yes, obviously I could have coined out a 3-drop and one on turn 2 and played another one on turn 3. But anyway, pretty happy to have a Fairy Dragon here. And if I get lucky and top deck another Fairy Dragon or an Amani Berserker, I can actually make a coin play on turn 1, which is nice. Looks like we're up against an aggro deck. Pretty much no other deck would play Leper Gnomes in it. And we do have an Amani Berserker. We'll go big or go home here. So I'm threatening to kill the Leper Gnome. Obviously with Abusive Sergeant or Fiery War Axe, he could deal with this. But by making him deal with this, he's spending resources that he's not spending hitting me in the face. And I think that's good for me if he is aggro. Then I definitely want to take a more controlled approach to the game where my superior mid-game creatures will just win. This is the kind of thing you have to watch for in Constructed. Like something even like as simple as like he is a warrior and he played turn 1 Leper Gnome tells you a ton of information about the kind of deck he's likely to be playing. And he does have a Fiery War Axe, unfortunately, so he's going to get to kill my Amani Berserker. Actually, I don't know how these decks play. Do they kill creatures or do they send everything at the face? Yeah, he's sending everything at the face, which worries me a little bit. I don't actually have any healing in this deck other than, you know, my armor up. I'm not playing with, like, shield block or anything like that. But he's got to be a little bit careful. Sure, he can get me down to 20, but I mean, if he lets my creatures attack, then, like, I'm getting him down to 22. Upgrade? Oh, God. Okay. That's a bit scary. And execute to kill my enraged guy. So this is another 8 damage. I'm already down to, like, 13. Oh, my God. Wow. It's pretty crazy here. Pretty crazy. Yeah, I'm down to 13 health already, but he is, I mean, he's a bit out of steam, other than shield block. I don't know, aggro decks wouldn't run shield block. What am I talking about? I don't know what he actually would have to do more, get more cards. So I've got a couple of options here. One is I could play Frothing Berserker and trade these two up, make a 4/4. Another is I could just kill that with Cruel Taskmaster, and that's what I'm going to do, I think. I'm going to do this, even though it doesn't use up all of my mana. I think that that's just really, really efficient here to play a creature and kill a creature. And I should be fine. I mean, he can get me down to 13, but then he's just totally out of steam. I don't think he can burn me out. Oh, Frothing Berserker. That's unfortunate. Upgrade, another upgrade. Okay, so he can get me down to 7. Alright. Luckily, Korkon Elite will kill that Frothing Berserker. I should be okay. Kind of wish I had more taunt all of a sudden, but this should be fine. Let's just play Korkon. Kill that thing. Swing. Swing. Okay, so he's got 5 damage. I'm down at 7. And I have to armor up every turn now, but that should be alright. Gore Howl's not super useful, but that's why there's only 1 in the deck. There's just too many times where it'll be dead in your hand. This is just a face roll deck for sure. So every charged creature that he draws is a super big problem for me. But hopefully I'll get a Sen'jin. I think that's my 1 taunt. No, no Sen'jin. Okay, so we have to armor up every turn now. We will play the Frothing Berserker, because that will get pretty big pretty fast. What could he have that would let him win the game? Nah, nothing that deals 7 damage, so I should be okay. It's going to be close. It's going to be real close. But actually, do have the kill next turn with... No! I'm going to turn away from Gorehowl. Crap, I don't have the kill next turn. I was going to say this is like 10 plus 7. Anyway, he has almost also armors up, so it's not like that great. This is a charged creature. Okay, he has the dead card, which is really good. Okay, I have to armor up. I just absolutely have to armor up. Can I win? Cruel Taskmaster would be pretty nice. But let's hold off on that for a turn, because if I have another Frothing Berserker on the field, the damage dealing like triggers off another creature and it's good. So yeah, Gorehowl, if he has it, won't let him win because he can't attack with this Battle Axe and with the Gorehowl. He can only attack once. He should be dead. I can't think of a way he can kill me here. Grummish Hellscream is the Warrior Legendary. If he has that plus Inner Rage, that would kill me, but that would cost 8 mana, I believe. And he's only at 7. I think he's dead. Trying to think what he could have that would let him win right now. He can get me down to 7, deal 7 damage with 2 cards. Well, I mean, I guess Mortal Strike plus a charge creature? Like a South Sea Deckhand plus Mortal Strike, and he does win the game here. Yeah, because Mortal Strike is like a fireball. Or like Leroy Jenkins, I guess if he has that in the deck. Leroy plus something. Kor'kron Elite, close. Kor'kron Elite plus Inner Rage would have left me at 1 health. So he's, well, that does that. Okay, that doesn't do anything. So he should be dead now. I mean, this is just lethal damage. This is just 10 damage here. So it's over. Okay, I will say well played. Don't think it's rude here because, you know, it's clear that I have the kill. Alright, nicely done. Now, I had 7 health, but I really had a lot less. Had he sent the Kor'kron Elite, I would have been at 3, and he might have had something in his hand that would have taken me even lower. So that was good. Wow, man, this deck, it's not perfect, but I hope you agree with me. This deck is a lot better than the other deck I was playing, so I need to give credit where credit is due. I apologize. I forget which user told me, but it was a friendly commenter on my channel who suggested playing Warrior instead of Rogue. And like the first time I read it, I was like, nah. But then the second time when he brought it up, I was like, wait, that actually makes a lot of sense because you get access to some really good cards that you don't get access to. Like having having the weapons is good. Obviously, having what's it face? Kor'kron Elite makes a big difference. Gorehowl for some really sick burn. But Gorehowl is cool because you can also play fair. You can just like use it as massive card advantage and kill a bunch of minions with it. You know, or you can play it just to deal 7 damage for 7 mana, and that's fine too. Alright, my opponent has a slow start, which is just fine by me. I'm not going to do a Fiery War Axe since I got this, but if I didn't have the 2-drop, I would have totally played Fiery War Axe. Injured Blade Master, that is, there's one of these in the deck. Oh, we're playing against a Control Shaman. I guess that really is the only kind of Shaman, isn't it? So I shouldn't be, like, that shocked. The thing about it, oh, fuck you, what? God damn it, go to hell. Don't you dare even use your coin to do things. Ah, Totem, okay. Well, probably he's doing this so that, oh, jeez. I could do this, but then Lightning Bolt will kill it. The odds that he has Lightning Bolt are like almost 100%, I feel. I'm just going to do this. Fuck it. We're just going to kill that Totem. A little bit of card disadvantage, sure, but I just sensed that he had a Lightning Bolt there, so I'm not going to dick around. I could have gambled it because he was playing Control. I could just perhaps, you know, just send everything to the face. That would have been an option as well. Let's do this. Don't want to hit this Golem. I think I do. It'll die to Whirlwind later. I could get like Frothing Berserker, you know, and then Whirlwind. So this guy, as I was saying, he's damaged, so there's some interactions here. He buffs Frothing Berserker when he drops into play, if the Frothing Berserker's already on the board. And also, he's ready to go with Rampage, if I get Rampage. But maybe this is something that's worth cutting out of the deck for something else. I certainly would not be against it. This deck is actually probably really bad against Control Shamans, because you really can't burn them out very easily. But you also don't really do a good job, what's her face, like, playing fair against them, because they're just going to crush you in the end game, so I don't know. Anyway, here, do I play Whirlwind to kill off this damaged Golem? I think the answer is yes, so we'll do this. Then we'll do this. And yes, then I die to Forked Lightning, but that's, I mean, what are you going to do? It's just a bad matchup, I think. Tell me if you think I'm wrong in the comments, but I think that the Control Shaman's decks floating around are just really, really strong against any kind of deck like this. Wow, well, he probably might still have a Forked Lightning, and he does. You've got to be, well, whatever, I'm not even going to complain. It's just a bad matchup, so what are you going to do? You're going to lose. Anyway, here we go. We'll drop our Frothing Berserker and our Blade Master, so you can see when the Blade Master drops and damages himself, it trips the Frothing Berserker, which is kind of nice. But he's got 6 cards. He's overloaded right now. It's the only advantage I have against him, and then Heroic Strike is probably useless, because I'm not going to get him down low enough to really race him out with this. Nor is he likely to play much that I would actually want to use this on. Maybe like Flame Tongue Totem, but he really wouldn't play Flame Tongue unless he was going to protect it somehow. Okay, well, I hope he doesn't have any Rockbiter weapons or Lightning Bolts. He's already used 1 Rockbiter weapon and a Forked Lightning, but he has not used any Lightning Bolts, so those are likely to still be present. If he has a Lightning Storm, that's not super appealing for him, because this may not die, and this definitely won't die. He's going to Hex my Berserker, which you can do. He can get away with that just because he's got so many cards that it's actually not a big deal if he loses a bit of advantage. Alright, Spiteful Smith I'm really happy to see, because honestly, I really need creatures on the board. But now, he's not overloaded anymore. He can drop a Fire Elemental, kill my Blade Master, and win the game. I don't really see how I'm going to deal with the 6/5. Unless I top deck Arcanite Reaper or Gorehowl, there's one of each in the deck. Oh my gosh, no Fire Elemental. Well, lucky day, and not spell damage. Although Taunt is annoying as well. There's really no good totem. The only thing that would have been good is a 1/1. But yeah, either of the other two he could have flipped were both pretty good for him. So with 5 mana, what's he going to do? Zero Drake to draw a card. Seems like a fair play. So I've got a couple of options. I can either kill the totem with my Smith and then oh, never mind. Forget everything I said. Okay, so just for educational sake, I could kill the totem. Oh, I should use Heroic Strike to kill this Drake. That's what I should do. But I think putting Gorehowl into play. Well, let's see. I can either put Gorehowl into play and kill the Azure Drake with it, or put Golem into play, which lets me Heroic Strike that thing. I feel like putting an extra creature into play is good here, because my only real hope of winning is if I can, you know, develop this really big board advantage. So he's drawn 2 cards since we last met. He played Azure Drake, and then he drew another card for his turn, so now it's even more likely he has Fire Elemental. But the good news is if he plays Fire Elemental and doesn't have anything else with his last 2 mana, I can get him down. I can start getting him down kind of low. My main issue is that I don't actually have any cards. Like, I'm out of steam here. So next, I can do 1 turn that's really, really good, which is Gorehowl. That's like all of my mana. But then after that, it just sort of sucks. He got the 1/1, which is the worst he probably could have gotten, which is good for me. If I get Battle Rage, there's only 1 Battle Rage in here. That would draw me 2 cards, which I think is fine. Unbound Elemental. Oh, I smell a Lightning Storm here. Yeah, see? Pretty good at this, you know. I know something about Constructed. That was risky. He knows it's going to enrage my Smith. Whoa! He loses the coin flip on both of my creatures here. That was unfortunate for him. So now, oh my god, I have the bug. I don't think I'm going to get to choose which one I play. I can only play the Fiery War Axe. Would I rather play Gorehowl? Well, this is 12, 14, oh no, what am I counting? Jesus. 10 plus 9, I can get him down to 1 health. I think I actually would rather play the Gorehowl, but because of this bug, I actually cannot. Yeah, I can't play Gorehowl here. Wait a minute, we're going to go Fiery War Axe. And let's think, I can deal 10, 15 damage, and then just try to hope I can Gorehowl him to death next turn if he doesn't play any sort of taunt. Or I can hedge my bets, send 5 damage at the Unbound Elemental. You know what's funny is I could actually play the Gorehowl over top of this, but again, that doesn't win. That's 7. Plus 2 is 9. 9 plus 10 is 19 damage. So that would be a little bit too risky. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and do this. And swing, swing, and swing. Armor up. And then pass the turn. So if he has another Lightning Storm, he can clear my board out. As long as he wins the coin flip on the Spiteful Smith. Then I hit him down to 7, and then I just hope he doesn't play any taunt or life gain before I Gorehell, which I don't remember if this deck runs taunts. It does, I think. Well, I think most versions of the Shaman control deck would run an Earth Elemental, which is real bad for me. And some versions would run Alakir the Windlord. Wow, I got lucky that he never got any Fire Elementals, it seems. So he got spell damage, which is 50-50 chance at this point. He was probably hoping for a taunt. Now the Lightning Storm is guaranteed to clear my board. And then I can hit him down to 7 with the Fiery War Axe. No Lightning Storm just yet anyway. So with the Flame Tongue, he can kill off my most threatening creatures. And he has Forked Lightning. I see, so he's going to get to clear my board out. And then, let's get place 1 for Jax, which doesn't really matter. Wow, whoa, he took 2 damage to kill that thing. I think that was a mistake. I think he should have just killed my golem with his healing totem. Okay, well, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and hit him in the face with the Fiery War Axe. Play a Berserker. No reason to give away the fact that I have Gorehell. Let's just armor up, and, well, we'll see what happens. So he can kill my Berserker with his minions, but he has to life gain or play Taunt. If he flips a Taunt Totem... Oh, jeez. If he plays a Taunt Totem, I'm kind of in trouble. There's actually not that much I have that would clear it out of the way. Oh, jeez. That's annoying. Crap. I completely forgot that he can get Taunt Totems, and Taunt Totems are pretty good. Oh, he didn't leave enough mana to Taunt Totem! Oh, wow. I think this opponent should have beaten me. He just didn't make some right decisions. He took 2 unnecessary damage against the Golem, which, granted, didn't actually make a difference. And then he didn't give himself a chance to flip it. I mean, he had a 50-50 chance of getting a Taunt Totem, so, like, he should have definitely taken that. Most of the ways that a warrior finishes you off are with weapons or charged creatures, so it's actually kind of difficult for a warrior to win if he has a, if you put a Taunt Totem into play. He'd have to have, like, a charged creature to kill the totem and then, like, a weapon to kill you. But if he just has weapons, he can only attack once. There's no way that a warrior can get Wind Fury. That's a Shaman unique mechanic. Actually, it's not a unique Shaman mechanic. Thrallmar Farseer is a neutral creature that has it. But anyway, warriors don't have any ways to get Wind Fury on their character. Yeah, my opponent misplayed, so it just goes to show you can play the best deck and still lose because you're not playing right, which is fine. So James topped the Hunter. We're flying through the ranks here. Well, Hunter could be several different things. Most likely it is balls to the walls aggro, so I'm going to mulligan all these 4 drops and hope I can get a Fiery War Axe. That would really help a lot. Fair Dragon, boy, I'm so glad this is not a Jungle Panther anymore. That's really making a difference to me. Okay, so if he does play a 1-drop, a lot of 1-drops he might play like Leper Gnome would die to the Cruel Taskmaster next turn, which would be pretty sweet. If he doesn't play anything, of course, I'll just play Fairy Dragon. Inner Rage. That actually could be good in this deck, or in this matchup. Again, it'll kill things like Timberwolves and whatnot. In case, you know, I've already used my Cruel Taskmaster. Gonna coin out. I like seeing the coin here, kind of, because it does suggest that there's... Well, it means there's no multi-shot next turn. So the bear here is fine. I don't really care about that too much. All we have to do is play Cruel Taskmaster. Again, had this been a Panther, none of this would be happening right now. We're going to trade off against the bear, and then we're going to pass the turn. Got Ascension coming up next. This is sort of the bane of a lot of Hunter decks, because it really limits the efficacy of Unleash the Hounds. But I'm thinking this might not be a balls to the walls aggro deck, simply because it's not doing much here. And I think unless it's like a really improbably awful draw, you'd have had a Hunter play something other than Animal Companion by this point. Okay, multi-shot's fine. My Ascension survives it. I don't really care about that. And here's where we have to make a strategic decision. We can choose to either start sending things to the face, or we can choose to try to play a normal game. So sending things to the face, well, let's imagine I hadn't drawn this Frothing Berserker. I could have like played Arcanite Reaper, and I'd have to choose, you know, do I keep it sitting in my hand, or do I just start bashing him in the face with it? I think this, though, makes it a pretty easy choice. The Frothing Berserker on the field is nice. Again, I'm safe from multi-shot. I do die to Explosive Shot. Everything dies to Explosive Shot right now. That would definitely be more of a Control Hunter deck. And there have been some, like, Control Hunter decks that have been making the rounds. One person posted, like, a really budget, really super cheap Control deck for Hunter that he said wasn't top tier, but it got him to, like, rank 8, so this might be one of those. Timberwolf, okay. Unleash the Hounds. Would that kill my team? No, it wouldn't. But if he has 2 of them, it would. Stone Tusk Boar. That, okay, now an Unleash the Hounds would let him kill everything, but he chooses to kill that first. Does he have a kill command for this? No, he's a deadly shot. Alright, alright, alright. Well played. So what I have here at the moment is 10 plus 7 is 17 damage, which is not really enough. But I can kill this Timberwolf. Yeah, we're going to do this. I'm going to Inner Rage the wolf. Armor up. And we're going to swing. If this guy gets to hit another time, then I will probably try to burn my opponent out. Because, yeah, this is 17 damage. Hunter decks, would they play with taunts? Other than Animal Companion, I'm not sure that they would. But that's if this guy gets to hit again. Now, Kill Command will kill it. Deadly Shot will kill it. Lots of stuff will kill it. This is the card he just top decked. This does not kill it unless he has a minion. No, he doesn't. My opponent actually misplays pretty grossly here because he played a charged creature and then didn't attack with it, which I think is kind of funny. Let's go ahead and hedge my bets a little bit. I'm just going to hit this Charging Rhino. I don't want his minions having charge. Well, but we did get to attack with the Korokon Elite again, which is nice. Sad that I didn't get to play the Yeti. I could have killed the Charging Rhino with this plus Whirlwind, but then, you know, my own guy would have died. I also could have played Gorehowl and killed the Charging Rhino that way. Anyway, he didn't have an answer for this. I imagine if he had an answer, he would have used it. So, this is the card he just top decked. Stone Tusk Boar. I don't know what this deck is. I think it's just a bad deck. Ah, okay. So now he's going to get to kill off the guy. Fair enough, fair enough. And steady shot. Well, this is 12 damage, so he's at 5 health, essentially. Do I hit him in the face? I think, yes I do. He seems not to have good answers to my plays. So, and this guy just is outclassed by both of my minions. The Golem respawns and this guy doesn't even die. He's going to silence the Golem. So, what is this deck? I don't understand. Silence, you put the owl in, what you do with the owl is you put it in, like, charge decks. Okay. I don't know what this is. I've not seen this deck before. Maybe it's not a bad deck, but I've just not seen it before. I don't really understand what's going on here. So, in any case, it's a good thing I didn't go too crazy going for his... Actually, I should have killed this Houndmaster. It's a bad thing I hit his face because that damage is kind of wasted. So, here... it kind of sucks, definitely. But we're going to do Gorehowl. We're going to kill that thing. Actually, these are all the same. They're all 4/3s. We're going to kill that thing. I could attack in Whirlwind, but that would kill off my Yeti, so I don't want to do that. We're just going to play this thing. And I should have put it in the middle to play around Explosive Shot, and I didn't. Now Explosive Shot kills my whole team. So that was a really bad mistake. But the good news is that he's a bit out of juice, just like I am. The bad news is that Whirlwind sucks. But if I can clear out his Taunter here, then Gorehowl is 6 damage. And so if I can hit for 6 more with the charge creature and something, then I could still win. Although Whirlwind's not really helping me deal damage, so maybe this is just a bad card I should take out of the deck. We'll see. Alright, he just trades those off, so no Explosive Shot. Thank goodness. Kill Command. That's really overkill, so that's fine by me. He could not target this with Kill Command, because it's untargetable, being a Fairy Dragon. It's going to hit me in the face and play a Panther. So I don't know what this deck is, but whatever, it's cool. Because he's out of cards, and that's good. Battle Rage. That draws me just a single card. I can actually Whirlwind first, but the problem with Whirlwinding is, really, this is just like a 1-mana cycle at that point. So I don't think there's really much point in Whirlwinding just to draw an extra card. Or is there? I mean, maybe there is a point in Whirlwinding to draw an extra card. I think there is, actually. So we're going to Whirlwind first. That makes the Fairy Dragon damage, so Battle Rage draws 2 cards. Heroic Strike would let me deal 10 damage. The Taunt actually saves his life, because the Fairy Dragon could attack. You know, that'd be good. What I'm going to do then is think carefully. I don't want to play Frothing Berserker just to have it die to the Panther. Okay, here's the plan. I'm going to go ahead and play the Panther. Or, so play the Frothing Berserker. I'm going to hit this with Gorehowl. Armor up. Swing. And the plan now is that he has to kill the Frothing Berserker because it's so dangerous. He can't kill me, I don't think. He can't deal 8 damage with... Oh, he could! King Crush wins him the game, actually. I'm at 14 health. He's got... King Crush would be a charging 8/8. And he could deal exactly 14 damage. Oh no, he couldn't steady shot. Yeah, King Crush would not win him. My apologies, that was bad commentary. Anyway, the point is that now I actually, I'm at 8 damage here, but Heroic Strike finishes him off, so yay. So that's why Heroic Strike is in here. And GG. Boy, we're on fire. I don't know, I don't know when I started. I feel like I've played a bunch of games already. We were at rank 19 when this began. So we've already made it up 3 ranks, which is cool. I guess I'll do, I don't know, one more game, and then we'll call it a night for Quest to Legend. But the deck definitely outclasses the other decks we've played in this ranking range. I don't think it's a top-tier deck. It has no, like, legendaries or anything. So feel free to give me suggestions for those, like what legendaries to put in, what fine-tuning to make. And I do have a lot of dust. I wouldn't mind crafting a legendary or 2 if it felt like it was really, really right for the deck. Razzleberry the Druid. So this is a tough matchup if he plays a lot of big trees, but I'd actually rather play against this probably than the Shaman. This is actually all just bad. Because there's a chance that if he doesn't have the right removal at the right times, that he'll just lose to like a good curve start. Like actually this. Like I've got 2, 3, 4. Cool Taskmaster I'm not in a hurry to play. And since he's a druid, I can be pretty confident that he'll just be passing on the first turn and then just shapeshifting the second turn. So I could coin out the Fairy Dragon so I can play the Cruel Taskmaster the following turn, but I don't want to do that against a druid because then shapeshift will kill the Fairy Dragon. So I don't want to do that. We'll just go ahead and pass here. If I had an Amani Berserker or a second Fairy Dragon, I would love to do that. I'm guessing he's just going to shapeshift. No, Wild Growth, that's fine. I mean, that's not like, okay, I don't mean to dismiss that. That's like a really huge deal, but I'd rather see that than a creature on the board. Okay, so we'll see what he's got. I don't have any answers here. I mean, Cruel Taskmaster on this will actually let me kill a 5 toughness creature. He's making a Panther. Interesting. I don't know what versions of the deck have the Panther. Huh. Alright. Well, oh, that's perfect. Oh, that's just perfect, yes. That's way better than playing the Blade Master, so we're just going to kill that. Swing for 3. I could have made Cruel Taskmaster, but again, I don't want to give him Shapeshift to kill this, nor do I want to leave this at 1 health, where a swipe will kill it. So let's just leave him having with difficulties. Ah, there's the Claw for the Fairy Dragon. Yep. But we've got back-to-back Yetis, so that's cool. Now, he seems to have nothing else going on. Gorehowl could be very, very good. It doesn't hit hard enough to kill a tree, but, you know, with some help, it may be able to. Coin, unfortunately, doesn't help me. Now, this War Axe, I'm not going to use it on his face just yet. I don't want to commit to that until I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be playing Gorehowl the following turn or something like that. Swipe. Okay, so he's going to just swipe and shapeshift. So this is really just the annoying thing about druids. They have so much removal. They can kill your stuff pretty much endlessly. But the Yeti did deal, you know, 3 damage of a sort to him, so it kind of did its job. Alright, I could play this and give it Rampage. It would be then a 7/6. That's actually really hard for a druid to kill. So I wouldn't always do this, but in this particular situation, I would rather do that than just like play a Yeti and have it die to a Starfall or a Starfire. Still not going to play Gorehowl, I don't think, next turn. I'm not going to like coin it out or anything, so we're just going to have a 7/6 out here. This isn't the kind of play that I would make against like a Hunter or anything. Gonna Mark of the Wild and make it a 6/6. Oh, you know, speak of the freaking devil. I should have hit him in the face last turn with a Fiery War Axe because I would love to Gorehowl right now to kill this thing. Okay. So instead of Gorehowling to kill it, what I could do is use the Kor'kron Elite with the Cruel Taskmaster to kill it. And that is what I will do, I guess. I could also save the Cruel Taskmaster and use the other charge of the War Axe. But no, why do that when I can just do this? Kill off the Golden Auctioneer, swing for 7, and okay, I am going to now swing at the face because I've got all these weapons back here. That was a bit of a misplay, though, on my part. I didn't estimate correctly the odds of him doing something really good, so I should have hit him in the face the previous turn, and then I would have been able to Gorehowl to kill that thing. So there's 9 Bark Protector, but it's not that big of a deal at all. I've actually got 2 different ways I can kill it now with the Heroic Strike. I can use either Arcanite Reaper and Heroic Strike or Gorehowl plus the Taskmaster. Well, let's use Arcanite Reaper plus Heroic Strike. This does waste a point of damage, but it keeps a creature on the board, so I like that a lot about it. And, I mean, I'm threatening death here, So, would another Ironbark save him? No, Ironbark number 2 would not save him because I can just kill him with Arcanite plus Cruel Taskmaster. Now, an Ancient of War would actually save him. Yeah, an Ancient of War would actually save him right now. Because I can't do 10 damage, unfortunately. These two guys are only 9. And then the Arcanite plus that is only 7. Yeah, he could have actually won the game if he had an Ancient of War, potentially. Gorehowl obviously falls short of damage as well. Yeah, that would have been close. Well, anyway, he didn't have Ancient of War, so there we go. Okay, well, that was a pretty sweet episode. I hope you enjoyed watching me not suck for a change, but I do think the deck can be improved, so please leave your comments below the video with your suggestions for how to make the deck even better than it already is, not to toot my own horn too much. If you'd like, let me just go ahead and show you the deck list here at the end. So I welcome your thoughts. Thanks for sticking with the show, even though the first 3 episodes were me being terrible. Hopefully we'll show some more quality play from now on. And thanks again for all your help that helped me get up to this point. All right, we'll see you in the next one. Till then.